So we'll continue. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So fourth canto, second chapter, verse number 1. Okay, so you can all chant with me. Vidura Uvacha.
Vidura Uvacha.
Bhaveshilavatam Sreshte.
Bhaveshilavatam Sreshte.
Daksho Duhidrvatsalaha.
Daksho Duhidravatsalaha.
Vidvesham Akarot Kasmat.
Vidvesham Akarot Kasmat.
Anadrityatmajam Satim.
Anadrityatmajam Satim.
Vidura Uvacha.
Vidura Uvacha.
Tam Sreshte.
Bhaveshilavatam Sreshte.
Daksho Duhidrvatsalaha.
Daksho Duhidravatsalaha.
Vidvesham Akarot Kasmat.
Vidvesham Akarot Kasmat.
Anadrityatmajam Satim.
Anadrityatmajam Satim.
We'll see the synonyms quickly. Vidura Uvacha, Vidura said, Bhave towards Lord Shiva, Shilavatam, among the gentles, Shreshte, the best, Dakshaha, Daksha, Tudirvatsalaha, being affectionate towards his daughter, Vidvesham, enmity, Akarot did exhibit, Kasmat, why, Anadritya, neglecting, Atmaja, his own daughter, Satim, Sati. Translation, Vidura inquired, why was Daksha, who was so affectionate towards his daughter, envious of Lord Shiva, who's best among the gentle, why did he neglect his daughter Sati? So this chapter is about, this chapter is mainly about Daksha, Prajapati and Shiva. Daksha curses Lord Shiva. Yes, Supriya Matji with the perfect.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, your voice is
In the
breaking.
second chapter of the fourth canto, the cause of the dissension between Shiva and Daksha, which was due to a great sacrifice arranged by Daksha for the pacification of entire universe, is explained. Lord Shiva is described here as the best of the gentle because he is not envious of anyone. He is equal to all living entities and all other good qualities are present in his personality. The Lord Shiva means all auspicious. No one can be an enemy of Lord Shiva's, for he is so peaceful and renounced that he does not even construct a house for his residence, but lives underneath the tree, always detached from all worldly things. The personality of Lord Shiva symbolizes the best of gentleness. Then, why was Daksha, who offered his beloved daughter to such a gentle personality, inimical towards Lord Shiva so intensely that Sati, the daughter of Daksha and wife of Lord Shiva, gave up her body?
We'll do two more slokas, Mataji. It's just a continuation. So 4.2.2. Kastam characharam gurum nirvairam shanta vigraham atmaramam katam dveshti jagato devatam mahat. Synonyms: Ka, who, Daksha, Tam, him, Lord Shiva, Chara, Achara, of the whole world, both animate and inanimate, Gurum, the spiritual master, Nirvairam, without enmity, Shanta Vigraham, having a peaceful personality, Atma Aramam, satisfied in himself, Katam, how, Dveshti, hates, Jagataha, of the universe, Devatam, demigod, Mahat, the great. Translation. Lord Shiva, the spiritual master of the entire world, is free from enmity, is a peaceful personality and is always satisfied in himself. He is the greatest among the demigods. And how is it possible that Daksha would be inimical towards such an auspicious personality? Yes, Mataji, continue.
Purport. Lord Shiva is described here as Charachara Guru, the spiritual master of all animate and inanimate objects. He is sometimes known as Bhutanatha, which means the worshipable deity of the all dull-headed. Bhuta is also sometimes taken to indicate the ghosts. Lord Shiva takes charge of reforming persons who are ghosts and demons, not to speak of others who are godly. Therefore, he is the spiritual master of everyone, both the dull and demonic and the highly learned Vaishnavas. It is also stated, Vaishnavanam yata Shambhu. Shambhu, Lord Shiva, is the greatest of all Vaishnavas. On one hand, he is the worshipable object of all the dull demons, and the other, he is the best of all Vaishnavas or devotees, and he has a sampradaya called the Rudra Sampradaya. Even if he is an enemy or is sometimes angry, such a personality cannot be the object of envy. So Vidura, in astonishment, asked why he was taken as such, especially by Daksha. Daksha is also not an ordinary person. He is a Prajapati in charge of fathering population, and all his daughters are highly elevated, especially Sati. The word Sati means the most chaste. Whenever there is consideration of chastity, Sati, this wife of Lord Shiva and daughter of Daksha, is considered first. Vidura was therefore astonished. Daksha is such a great man, he thought, and is the father of Sati, and Lord Shiva is the spiritual master of everyone. How then could there be possibly so much enmity between them that Sati, the most chaste goddess, could give up her body because of their quarrel?
Hare Krishna. Just one more sloka, 4.2.3. Etat akyahi me brahman jamatu swasurasya cha vidveshastu yada pranams tatyaje tushtaya jan sati. Synonyms: etat tas akyahi, please tell me, to me, Brahman or Brahmana, Jamatu, of the son-in-law, Lord Shiva, Swashurasya, of the father-in-law, Daksha, Cha, and Vidveshaha, quarrel, two as two, Yataha, from what cause, Pranan, her life, Tatyaje, gave up, Dushyata, Chan, which is impossible to give up, Sati, Sati. Translation, my dear Maitreya. Yeah, Mataji can read. Translation.
Hare Krishna. Translation, my dear Maitreya, to part with one's life is very difficult. Would you kindly explain to me how such a son-in-law and father-in-law could quarrel so bitterly that the greatest goddess Sati could give up her life? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatiruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langyete Kirim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dina Darinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajarini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyadya Deshatarini Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Vitura Uvacha Bhave Shilavatam Sreshte Daksho Dohidr Vatsalaha Vidvesham Akarot Kasmat Anakrityatmacham Sati. Translation, Vidura inquired, why was Daksha was so affectionate toward his daughter, envious of Lord Shiva, who is the best among the gentle, and why did he neglect his daughter Sati? So these three verses, the first three verses of the 4th canto, 2nd chapter, it's basically about Vidura inquiring what is wrong between Daksha and Lord Shiva, that both are high personalities, and what is the dissension between Daksha and Lord Shiva? How did they become angry, and how did Sati leave the body, and how did the curse, everything happen? So this three slokas is about Vidura inquiring. Why? What is wrong with Daksha and Lord Shiva? So here in these three slokas, we could get some qualities of Lord Shiva, right? What were they? In this sloka, which are the qualities you saw?
He is detached.
Good, he is detached.
He's a great Vaishnava.
The great Vaishnava. Yes,
Not envious of anyone.
he's not envious. Good. Yes.
He's gentle. He's all auspicious. All auspicious.
No one can
All
be his enemy.
auspicious.
He's peaceful.
He's peaceful. He's equal to all activities. He's gentle. He's renowned.
He takes care of all
peaceful.
the ghosts, demons, and also the devotees.
Yeah, he takes
He's
care.
Ashutosha, Mataji.
He's
Ashutosha. Usually he will get.
Yes, he's Ashutosh. He immediately gets pleased. And he takes care of ghosts and Chara and Achara. He is friendly to all. Right? So such a gentleman. How can Daksha curse him? No, that was the question. So as we know, yesterday was Bhadra Purnima. We know that by Bhagavatam is the greatest scripture. So that sloka says, Nimlaganam yada ganga devanam achyuto yata vaishnavanam yata shampo purananam itam tatam. The sloka is 12th canto, 13th chapter, verse number 16. So here it says, Nimlaganam yada ganga. Out of all the rivers, which is the most important thing or the best is Ganges. Why? There's Yamuna, there is Kaveri, there's Godavari, but why Ganges is so special?
Mataji, that is feet of Lord Vishnu.
Yeah, which incarnation?
Vamana.
Good,
Vamana
Vamana.
incarnation.
How did that happen?
The third feet when he kept on this one, Mataji.
Yes. No,
He
third
touched
feet,
the
second feet,
Virachara river.
second feet. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So when Vamanadev came, when Lord came as Keshavadrita Vamana Sharira, Jai Jagadish Hare, when Vamanadev came, and as Mata said, the second feet when he kept to measure the sky, so his toe pierced the material universes, and then where it went pierced all the upper planetary system, went to Brahma's world, and Brahma could see the effulgence of Lord Vishnu's lotus feet, and he put some water from his Kamandaloted Abhisheka, and the Charanamrita flew down as Ganges. That's one thing. Second thing is, it's also said when it pierced the material universe, the Viraja river, the Kaushal ocean there in the spiritual world, flew down as Mother Ganges. So Ganges is very, very special. And Lord Shiva also places it on his head, right? So Ganges is very special. And sometimes it say pure devotees are more merciful than Ganges. Why? Those who are Bhakti Vaibhav candidates knows the answer. Why do you think?
1 minute association of the devotee will deliver the source.
Yes. Very good. So if you take dip in the Ganges, it is said, like all of you are welcome to Mayapur Yatra. We'll have Ganga Snan. So you should all go and take a dip in Ganges. But when you take dip in Ganges, all the sins gets washed away. That's there. But that's a slow process. You need to do it repeatedly again and again. Once in Ganges, it's not enough. But then one moment association with pure devotees, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoi, then he can purify you like anything. So yes, so out of all the rivers, Ganges is the best. And that's why Ganges is very, very glorious. Devanam Achyuto Yata, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu, out of all the Vaishnava, the best of the devotees, is Lord Shambhu, that is Lord Shiva. And Purananam Itam Tatam, Bhagavatam is the greatest scripture. So Ganges is the greatest of all river, Achyuta is the supreme among deities, and Lord Shambhu, Shiva, is the greatest of Vaishnava. So such a great Vaishnava who is gentle and who is a non-envious and who's all auspicious. He's Ashutosh, he get pleased very easily, and he's best among gentle, not envious. He's equal to every living entity. This is some of the qualities of a sadhu, right? Titikshva karunika suhrita sarvadehina ajata shatrava shanta sadhava sadhu bhushanam. So ajata shatrava, he doesn't have any enemy. And he's the one who's taking care of the ghost and all the, so Bhudnath, he's called, right? He gives shelter to even the ghost and spirits, ghost who's been loitering around, right? So he's such a gentle personality, and how can Daksha have such an enmity towards Lord Shiva? So this was Vidura's question, right? The qualities of Lord Shiva is explained in this 3 slokas as Shilavatam Sreshta, he's best among gentle, and Charachara Guru. The second sloka says he's Charachara Guru. That means he's the spiritual master of every living entities, moving and non-moving, the spiritual master of the entire world. And he's free from enmity. He's peaceful personality, he's satisfied in himself. We've seen how Lord Shiva doesn't even have a home in Kailas, full of ashes and all skull around his neck, and he don't even have a proper dress. He's such a renounced person. Right, such a peaceful. So Lord Shiva can forgive anybody. Is there any instance in Bhagavatam where Lord Shiva was insulted and he forgave someone? I'll give another clue. Second clue is Mata Parvati cursed that person.
Maharaj.
What happened? What happened with Chitraketu Maharaj and Lord Shiva?
Shiva was taking Bhagavatam class with Goddess Parvati on his lap. Then he made fun of that. Is this the way to take Bhagavatam class? So Shiva didn't take the offense, but Mother Parvati took it as an insult and cursed him, and he became a demon in next life.
What was the demon's name?
Vatrasuras.
Vritrasura, yeah. So Lord Shiva is such a peaceful soul, or he is such a great personality that he can forgive even Chitraketu Maharaj, who criticized him in front of all the sadhus. He forgave Chitraketu Maharaj, but Mother Parvati cursed him to become Vritrasura. There is another thing. But then he's such a peaceful personality, right? Nirvaira means he's non-envious, he's free from enmity. This is one of the qualifications to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, or what are the qualifications which Arjuna had to get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita? The 5 qualifications which Arjuna had.
Very soft-hearted.
Soft-hearted,
Kind,
Non-envious,
non-envious,
More
devotee.
compassionate,
Devotee.
He was very
devotee. Bhaktosi Sakha Cheti. He was a devotee, he was a friend of Krishna, he was non-envious, and he was kind and gentle-hearted. So these were the qualities which Arjuna had, right? The sloka 9.1 also Bhagavan says, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Itam te guhyatam amparakshami anisuyave jnana vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. Anisuya, oh Arjuna, you've been so non-envious, right? Because you are never envious of me, I shall impart this confidential knowledge, right? So this is one of the qualifications which is required to hear Bhagavatam is non-envious, or it is said, Dharma prochita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satha nirmatsaranam. Vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivatam tapatriyun mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Vapare Ishvare Satyo Hriti Avarudya Atrit Kriti Shushushudi Takshanat. So what is the qualification here? Srimad Bhagavatam, Nirmatsaranam Satam, pure at heart or non-envious, right? So the same quality which Arjuna also had, great personalities like Lord Shiva is also have, free from enmity, and is a peaceful personality, Shanta Vigraha, always peaceful, right? And always satisfied, Atma Rama, he is always satisfied, and is greatest among demigods, right? And greatest among demigods, that is Jagato Daivatam Mahat. So these are the different qualities mentioned here. He is best among the gentle, he's spiritual master of the whole world, he's non-envious, always peaceful, self-satisfied, greatest of the demigods. These are the qualities of Lord Shiva. So good quality. If somebody has a son-in-law like this, does any father-in-law curse that son-in-law? No, everybody wants a son-in-law like this, right? So he's like, how is it possible that Daksha can become inimical towards that auspicious personality like Shiva? He is Bhuthanata, right? He takes care of even the dull-headed, in the sense the bhutas, and who becomes ghosts and demons and all. Who is the one who is actually going into such kind of life? The ghost.
Desires which is not fulfilled, Mataji.
Who worship ghosts.
Yeah, good.
Suicide one.
Yeah, so suicide ones. So as Mataji said, if you worship ghosts and spirits, you go to their world. What was that sloka? Yanti deva yata deva pitriyanti pitrivrata bhutani adi bhutecha yanti bhaktyaji pima. Krishna says, you worship demigods, you go to demigods. You worship pitras, you go to their planet ancestors. And bhutechi ani bhuteva, you worship bhutas and ghosts and spirits, you go to their planets, right? If you worship Krishna, you go to Krishna's planet. Now, as Ananda Mataji said, yes, though if I'm supposed to live up to 50 years old and I commit suicide at the age of 30, 20 years, material nature will not give me a gross body. My subtle body will be loitering around. That's the condition of ghost, right? But then the ghost can also be delivered. Is there any story, a ghost got delivered? Who was that?
Dundukari and Gokarna.
Good. Dundukari and Gokarna. So Dundukari was a ghost. Those who don't know the story. So Gokarna and Dundukari were brothers, and Dundukari had a very bad life with the prostitutes and all that he was burned to death, and he became a ghost. So ghost means what? This doesn't have a material body and they'll be loitering around. They won't eat, they can't eat. It's a very painful situation. And he went to Gokarna, his own brother, and said, please help me to come out of this ghostly condition. I don't want to be like this. So Gokarna was a Bhagavad Saptah Pandit, and he was a pious person. He's like, Bhagavad Saptah is going to happen in 7 days. So you come and hide in a bamboo stick. And when I take Bhagavatam, you hear it very submissively so that on 7th day, you can get moksha, liberation. And on the 7th day, the bamboo broke and Dundugari went back home, back to Godhead, got the Sarupya Mukti. And everybody was shocked who was in the Bhagavad Sapta. We were also listening, but then what happened to him? But he was very submissive and he was hearing very clearly and carefully that he could understand the Bhagavatam. So even Bhagavatam can purify even ghost and spirit soul. And Lord Shiva takes charge of them who nobody is taking care. Lord Shiva is so merciful that he is taking care of those people. Some people say he is also under Tamaguna. No, he is the owner of Tamaguna. How can a jail keeper be he's inside the jail, but the jail keeper or the prison house maintained person or the jail supervisor, he's not abiding by the rules and regulations. He's free. He can go out, come in. He's a government official, but he's taking in charge of the jail. Doesn't mean he's a prisoner. No, he is not sinful. Is his work. Similarly, Lord Shiva is taking care of bhutas and ghosts. That doesn't mean he is under Tamaguna. He is above Tamaguna. He's the owner of Tamaguna. He's controlling those Tamaguna. So he is the deity in charge of Tamaguna. So, and he is the best among all Vaishnavas. You can see the highly learned Vaishnava he is. Because he is Vaishnava Namyata Shambhu. That's why Lord Shiva gets easily pleased and give you Krishna Bhakti. He's the greatest of all Vaishnavas. Right? And why do you say he's greatest among all Vaishnavas? Lord Shiva. Why? Why?
He is always meditating on Krishna. He is renounced from world.
Good. He is always worshipping on Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Yes. And the proof is Rudra Gita. You know about Rudra Gita, right? It said Panchamukha Shiva Bole Ram Ram Hare Hare. And also in some Vishnu Sahasranam also Lord Shiva says to Parvati, right? Which is the name which is the best?
Shri Rama Rama Rame
Rame. Yeah. Shri Rama Rama Ramedi Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Right? When Lord Shiva was asked which is the name to be chanted, he says Shri Rama Rama. Right? Rama's name. Why? Sahasranama Tatulyam, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu is equal to Rama Nama Varanane, one name of Lord Ram. So, right, many of my friends were chanting Vishnu Sahasranam before coming to Krishna consciousness. It takes like 20 minutes, but one mala of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it just takes 10 minutes. Right? You can do both, but then if you have a shortcut to reach your destination, why do you have to go to a long route? You take the GPS to get the shortest route, no? Otherwise, it will take more time or more life to reach the destination. So here, Sahasranama Tatul, who's telling this? Lord Shiva is telling, not us, right? In Padma Puran, Lord Shiva says, Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varane. And Lord Shiva also says, when Mata Parvati asked, whom should I worship? What did he say? Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnur Aradhanam Param. So he says Vishnur Aradhanam is Param, or the Supreme. But he says another thing also. What is that? What is better than worshipping Lord Vishnu?
Worshipping is devotees.
Lord Vishnu.
Worshipping is devotees, right? Tasmat Paradaram Devi Tati Yana Samarchanam Aradhananam Sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Oh Mata Parvati, out of all the worship, Vishnu Aradhana is the best. Tasmat Paradaram Devi. Oh, but there's one more thing which is superior to that. Tadiyana Samarchanam. The worshipping of his devotees is the greatest. So somebody asked me, Lord Shiva is the best among devotee of Lord Vishnu. So we can worship Lord Shiva, no? Then why do ISKCON people say, no, you should not worship demigods? You are Alpamedas.
If we worship Shiva, we'll go to Shiva Loka.
Then what will happen, Suprema?
Then again,
We'll have to come back.
Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartinachana or Shine Punya Martya Loka Vishanti. We have to come back again because even Lord Shiva cannot give you liberation. Mukti Pradadam Sarvesham Vishnur Evana Samshayaha. Nobody else can give you liberation except Vishnu or Krishna. That's why we tell don't worship. In the sense, you can worship to ask for Krishna Bhakti. Don't ask for material blessings from Lord Shiva. Then what happens? You will get bound in this material world. So he's best among Vaishnavas because he's always meditating on the Lord. Rama. You've seen he also has a Japamala and he always chants the Lord's name. That's why he gets easily pleased. When you go to Lord Shiva and then You ask him, I want a nice son-in-law, daughter-in-law, I want a big house and I want money, that this. He's like, who is constantly disturbing me? I'm trying to chant Lord's name. Then he goes and blesses you so that you don't disturb him anymore. You want to concentrate on Lord's name, right? So when he wants to concentrate, that's why he also have a sampradaya called Rudra Sampradaya. And they are also, so here it is said, he is a person who have no envy. And that's why Vidura is so astonished that how can Daksha curse? And Daksha is not also an ordinary person. He is Prajapati. And the quality of Daksha is Duhitir Vatsalaha. He is affectionate father. How will an affectionate father curse his own son-in-law? That's why Samudradev's son-in-law is who? Who is the son-in-law of ocean?
Vishnu Bhagwan.
Himalaya.
Vishnu.
Why? Who's the daughter of Samudradev?
Lakshmi.
When you go to the ocean, you get all these pearls and pebbles and diamonds and all these nice jewelries, auspicious things. So Lakshmi Devi is considered to be the daughter of the Samudradev. And so the future son-in-law is Krishna, Vishnu. And so when Krishna appeared on that Ashtami Rohini time, the water evaporated and became clouds and the rain happened. So what Acharyas comment that why rain happened when Krishna was taken by Vasudeva to Gokul is that one reason is Samudradev as father-in-law wanted to give his future son-in-law a gift. So that is one of the reasons. So father-in-laws are supposed to be very, very affectionate towards the son-in-law, and such a qualified son-in-law like Lord Shiva. And still, why did he curse? So this was, and he was affectionate father to his Sati because she's the most chaste wife. Right? When you consider all the chaste wives, you can see but Sati's name is the first. And he's the father of Sati. And how can this happen? And Lord Shiva is the spiritual master of the entire world. So what are the qualifications required for somebody to become spiritual master of the whole world? Is it easy?
Vacho Vegam, Manasa, Krodha Vegam, Jivha Vegam.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
One who has control over his tongue, speech.
Yes. So somebody who have controlled his tongue, the urge to speech, his mind, his belly, genitals, krodha or anger, all that, right? Vacho vegam manasa krodho vegam, jihva vegam, uttarapastha vegam, etan vegan he vishahe tadera sarvam apimam prithivim sashishya. So that's one nectar of instruction. Verse 1 says, right? You have to have the control of vacho, manasa, krodho, jihva, uttarapastha. All this has to be controlled. Who can tolerate the urge to speech, the mind, anger, urges of tongue, belly, genitals. They're qualified to have disciples all over the world. So here, Lord Shiva is considered to be the spiritual master of everybody here. So here it is said that he is the spiritual master of everyone, right? Lord Shiva. And how can such person be enmity towards Sati, the most chaste goddess, could give up her body because of their quarrel? And how did that happen? Right? So these are all the questions. So this is called Athado Brahma Jityasa. It's also part of Brahma Jityasa because to know about God and his devotees is also not only knowing about the self, to know about Krishna, to know about everything is which is spiritual is Brahma Jityasa, which is the first Vedanta Sutra, right? Jivasya Tattva Jityasa. So Vidura is asking such nice questions that will enable us to know why did Daksha Prajapati curse Lord Shiva. And this pastimes are so interesting later on what happens. It's very interesting to know. So he's asking Maitreya, right, to lots, and he's like, but the Sati also left her body. How did that happen? Now, to part with one's life is very difficult. And would you kindly explain how such a son-in-law and father-in-law could quarrel so bitterly that the great goddess Sati could give up her life? So again, he's asking this question, please tell me how the son-in-law and father-in-law quarreled and Sati gave up his life. So from 4th sloka to 19th sloka, we'll see how Daksha insults and curses Lord Shiva. So this is again like, Parikshit Maharaj asked many questions, especially when he reached 10th canto. Parikshit Maharaj went on asking more questions. He was asking different incarnations and all he was asking. But when Krishna, the avatari, the 10th canto, Parikshit Maharaj went on asking questions. What happened in the 5th year? What happened to 6th year, 7th year of Krishna? Went on asking questions that the 10th canto became so big that, and Shukadeva Goswami later on says, this is the best question you are asking. It's good for all living entities, right? Arjuna also asked such good questions that Krishna could go on explaining Bhagavad Gita. So Tatvidi Pranipatena Pari Prashna Prashnena Seva. You need to ask questions to your spiritual master. And that question should be how, or it should not be like what? The questioning to the speaker should not be in
Challenging manner.
yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean challenge?
For inquisitiveness, to learn things, not to challenge the knowledge of the master.
Good. You should have faith in the speaker and not to challenge the speaker or to check his knowledge. It should be in an inquisitive way to elicit the clear meaning of whatever that speaker said. So in that way you can question, not questioning the Shastra, doubting the scriptures. This is not just story or Daksha cursing Lord Shiva. It's not a story. So much lessons to be learned. This is what actually happened. And Lord is teaching us some lessons through these pastimes, right? So every pastime which happened in Bhagavatam is all lessons for us to learn, apply it in life. So here he is asking, how did this happen? So, and he's greatest among demigods. So he is asking, how can Lord Shiva, such an best person, best among demigods, can get cursed? So this is a question which Vidura asking Maitreya, and tomorrow onwards we'll see how that curse actually happens. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I have a very bad cold. I'm really sorry. So for the sound problem. Any questions or anything to add? Any comments? Anything to add? Hare Krishna. So please come for Mayapur Yatra. Prabhu have been repeatedly asking this. So we can have nice Ganges Snan. And last time who all have come, you know how much fun we had. So much Kirtan and Srivas Angan. We'll never forget Srivas Angan. And also, we went to Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. The boat was amazing. We were dancing in the boat that the boat was almost shaking. We didn't even bother because even if we fall, we're going to fall in the Mayapur Dham in Ganges River. So we were all in ecstasy, and that boost is needed for every one of us. The spiritual life becomes dry sometimes, but to have that energy, you need association of devotees. And that yatra in the Dham in the Kartik month, it's very, very auspicious. And one round chanted in the Kartik month in the Dham is like 1,000 times. And Mayapur doesn't take offense. So you're all welcome. Please book your tickets fast. And the economic class is also available. You got the messages. Yes, Rupali Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, can I come for that? That Bhakti Shastri, Prabhuji is coming, Maharaj is coming.
Yeah, the dates. That's why Naminishra Prabhu has gone to Bangalore to personally meet him. So hopefully all of you please keep praying for Maharaj's good health so that he comes as soon as possible and the Bhakti Shastri certificates can be received from him. And those are getting initiated also. Please sincerely pray because prayers can do wonders. So please pray so that Maharaj's health is good. Pray to Narasimha Dev from Guru Maharaj. Okay, and we'll let you know, Mataji. Prabhu has gone.
Thank you.
A positive reply. Vanita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. I want to know finally why did Daksha offend Shiva, Lord Shiva?
You attend from tomorrow. Come tomorrow. If I break the suspense, then you won't be coming for tomorrow's class. Nah? Keep coming. Nitya Bhagavata Seva. Then we will know. Slowly. I know the answer, but I don't want to say it to you. Okay. You read Bhagavatam, then you get inspiration. Oh, why did that curse happen? Let me go read. Go and read 4th canto, 2nd chapter. Or come for the class tomorrow. Rama Devi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One question Mataji. Can you explain in detail about Mayapur, Mataji? Actually, Krishna's place was in Vrindavan, Dwaraka. Is in Vrindavan was in Mayapur, Mataji?
No. Krishna in Dwapar Yuga, when he appeared, he chose Vrindavan near Yamuna to do his pastime. And when the same Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya, when he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he chose Mayapur, which is Navadvip, the 9 Dvipas, with Ganges near to it as his pastime. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's Krishna himself, who's the Kali Yuga avatari, who gave the Sankirtan movement, he appeared there. So we go there, and in Kali Yuga, Navadip Dham is more glorious. It doesn't take offense. It's almost like Vrindavan. Krishna did pastime in Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu did in Mayapur. And the childhood pastime is also mostly same. He also ate mud, so many pastimes, because he's Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani. And in Mayapur, it's an what is it called? Odiya Dham. Odiya Dham means it's so merciful that anybody goes to Mayapur and chant Hare Krishna gets Krishna's mercy. So that's why Mayapur is very glorious, Mataji. In Vrindavan,
Mayapur is the main place, Mataji.
Yeah, there is a Mayapur where there is Yoga Peeth, where it's near the neem tree. That house is still there, where Mahaprabhu appeared, and all Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all the acharyas, Samadhi is there, the Ganges is there. So, and day before yesterday was Bhaktivinoda Thakur appearance day. So there also a disappearance. So we also learned how Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted a temple in Mayapur Dham, where all foreigners and come and chant Jai Sachinandana Gaurahari. So Mayapur is very, very special for us, Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We are called Gaudiya because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagavan Krishna. In Vrindavan, there can be Dham Aparat and Seva Aparat and Nama Aparat. One small offense in Vrindavan is multiplied 1,000 times, because it's such a pure Dham that nobody can go and contaminate it. But in Mayapur, there is no offense, Mataji. Even if you lie down and without paying obeisance, still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will consider that as obeisances. So Mayapur is Audharya Dham. You get Krishna Prema just by going into Mayapur. It is said the glory you get by rolling in the the mud of Vrindavan, the same as the glory you get by chanting Hare Krishna in the Mayapur Dham, the same effect you get by having Krishna Prasadam in Jagannath Puri. So all this is same in all the three are the same, one and the same, but the most merciful Dham is Mayapur, because it gives you Krishna Prema. And Krishna cannot give you Krishna Prema, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayade Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauradishe Nama. So that's why we go to the Dham, to get that special mercy from Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. Vancha kalpadaro besha kripa sindhube vacha patitana pavani be Vaishnavi be namanam kodi Vaishnavi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Pranam.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.